Good afternoon. My name is Robin Whitaker, and I'm here today to talk to you about early childhood education. Have you ever heard the term, get somewhere and sit down? That is how people used to talk to children. But today, we no longer talk to children in that manner because children have a voice and they need to be heard. And through early childhood education, you can give a child a voice. And in doing so, you can nurture a child. Statistics have proven between the ages of 0 and 5 are the years when children develop. Okay, when I say develop, they develop things that they will be able to use later on in life. And you can help them in their development. From the Child Care Service Association Foundation, the statistics show that between the years of 2009 and 2010, 27,000 children were added to the child care system. That tells us that child care as an overall whole is growing and it is increasing. And it is in need of educated child care providers. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the advantages of child care. One of the advantages, of course, are educated teachers. We can't go wrong with educated teachers because through educated teachers we get quality care. And through quality care we get well-adjusted children. And that overall is an advantage for a child, and you can be a part of that advantage. Now, on the flip side of that, we have disadvantages. Some of the disadvantages are low pay scale. This is because although you don't have to get a degree to be a child care provider, but in doing so, your pay scale will be higher. So one of the disadvantages is a low pay scale, and also less qualified. And last but not least is your lack of knowledge for the new information that comes out daily on how to better equip ourselves to teach our children. Because just like any other profession, things change. Hopefully for the better, so that we can offer our children more by staying in tune with the latest things that are coming out to help us to better do our jobs and educating our children today. And in educating, we ought to treat the whole child. Early childhood education degree helps you to address the whole child. You can address the child's social skills, how well they get along with their peers. You can address them academically, how they learn how to read, how they problem solve. Problem solving, we all know, we take that throughout the rest of our life. It's how to solve a problem. And we also add nutritional value to a child's life. There are a lot of children within our communities that don't know the difference between eating an apple and a bag of candy. Well, through early childhood education, we are taught to teach a child the difference between the nutritional value so that they in return will choose that apple instead of that candy. And we're finding that this what we're teaching them in this aspect of it, it spills out into their own families because they go home teaching their parents how to eat better. And in conclusion, we're just going to go over a little bit of the things that we already talked about, such as the advantages. One of the advantages, well-qualified teachers, well-adjusted students. Some of the disadvantages are low pay scales, less qualified teachers, and not being able to address the whole child. So, in conclusion, I would also like to take us back to the beginning. We can no longer say to a child to get somewhere and sit down. Because children have to be heard. Children should be heard. Because believe it or not, what we put into a child determines how they're going to end up being. Can determine how they're going to end up spending the rest of their lives. And we can make a positive difference in a child's life, and we should. And we can begin with a degree in early childhood education. Thank you very much for coming out.